Today I want to review the FGX2, which is the new updated version of the Slate Digital's FGX. Their limiter I thought was pretty good when I first used the limiter. I don't think I really used it that much because I didn't feel like I needed to. I have other products that kind of serve the purpose, but generally I just like to see what's going on with Slate, and I think their plugins are pretty good. So let's get into this and go through some of the features. Now you can see in front of you, I've got the metering set to advanced. I should say the function set to advanced. You've got an easy mode, which takes away a lot of the stuff here. And then you can put to advanced mode and increase some of those things as well. I do like the way that they've set up the metering on this plugin. For example, the gain reduction and also the LUFS metering. And you can see that in mid-side mode as well, which is kind of neat that you've got the ability to check that out on that. You can actually take all of these away if you want to reduce that down just to this section here. So that allows you just the basic metering functions, and you can have that in LUFS or RMS and also True Peak, which I probably would use True Peak and LUFS as mine on this setup. On this as well, I'll put these meterings back here because I like them and I use them a fair bit. I do like that you can expand the interface as well. That's also useful because it gives you a lot of room to, just play with the plugin. Actually, I might just do that so I can show you guys exactly what's going on here. So it gives you room to mess around and just get good with the metering and see how things are. Now, the functions here, it starts on the left, which is the compressor, the FG comp, and this compressor is a nice sounding compressor. It's very clean, clear. It doesn't have any real distortion or harmonics that I can hear, at least anyway, on my end. And it has the gain reduction meter. Also the input, which you can adjust the input here for gain staging and all of that. Then with the metering, you've got True Peak. You can see this on this side, the LUFS, and also the different sort of metering that's going on here. The FG level, which I feel like it's pretty good. I really enjoy the way that I guess they added these transient shaper, I guess you could call it that. It's basically transient. It just increases the transients of the low end frequencies and also of the high end frequencies, depending on where you set these to here. They're basic set at 120 and 7K. And then you've got the gain, which is increasing into the limiter, and you've got more transient control here, which allows you to adjust the transients. Funnily enough, on the presets, which if you hit this little button here, I think it's in this mode. Yeah, so the warm, if you set that to warm, the preset shows you -4 transient, which assumably is taking away transients because they're, I guess, emulating that idea of clipping, maybe more in the not so much digital realm, but more in the analog realm. And they're putting a bit of drive and harmonic content, and the balance is being adjusted there as well. And you can check the manual out to see what these kind of all do in more in depth. But basically, it's just giving you a bit of transient control drive and, control of the balancing. Again, with this, it's, I wouldn't say it's a one-stop shop as far as limiting, but it definitely gives you a lot of function, especially with the metering as well. I do like the metering and just the way it's displayed. It gives you function over just the limiting stage per se. And that's what I'm going to show you guys in this audio example. I'll show you exactly how it sounds on this track. I'll take it off first and put the headphones on. All right, so we've got this limiter set up. I'm going to play this track maybe somewhere midway through. We'll go from about here and see how we go and have a listen to this track and see what we have going on.
About me, it's about the way I wait, 'cause I'm trusting everything that I hear you do. I'm exploding with these feelings 'cause you made me know this perspective, yeah, I feel, yeah, I really do. Caught this time with his problems, yeah, you know I do. I know I had his problems, but I'm working on them. I know I'm sitting alone 'cause I need you. I know that you know the way, but I'm blind. I've seen it, but I know I see it in your time.
Let's see what it does. Let's turn this baby on and see how we get some sound out of it. So I'm going to go and increase maybe the level by about 2 dB approximately, but I'll use this section here. So this is constant gain monitoring. So that stops you from, I guess, being deceived by the loudness and the difference. And you can also do a bunch of stuff here with mono sides, left and right, and the difference. And it's just kind of cool. I like the way they set it up. Kind of is a one-stop shop, I guess, but let's go.
About me, it's about the way I wait, 'cause I'm trusting everything that I hear you do. I'm exploding with these feelings 'cause you made me know this perspective, yeah, I feel, yeah, I really do. Caught this time with his problems, yeah, you know I do. I know I had his problems, but I'm working on them. I know I'm sitting alone 'cause I need you.
That's interesting. So I was just going through the presets because I just wanted to see how they set them up. And basically with this bass punch preset, you can see on the right-hand side, the low punch and the detail, that has been increased quite a bit. I wouldn't say that that's something I'd like to hear on this track, and I probably wouldn't use that much. But basically what this is doing, it's increasing the transient information in this area here. And I imagine it's using a filter similar to the way they're showing it. Maybe not, but I'd have to look into that. But anyway, let's have a listen. Let's try and mess with some of these presets, and then I'll try and work around one of those from there. So let's go.
About me, it's about the way I wait, cause I'm trusting everything that I hear you do. I'm exploding with these feelings cause you made me know this perspective, yeah, I feel, yeah, I really do. Caught this time with these problems, yeah, you know I do. I know I had these problems, but I'm working on them. I know I'm sitting alone cause I need you. I know that you know the way, but I'm blind. I seen it, but I know I see it in your time. Now I got the feeling where you saying, but it won't do. Feelings rearrange what you go do. Feelings, but you know I gotta trust you. I'm pulling this nice cause it won't go. Feeling kinda strange, yes it won't go. Saying just the same, no it won't do. But I call on your names, what I do. It's what I do. I feel this pressure build up.
See, I think the way that I would work this, at least for the gain reduction, if I was using this, and maybe they should have added this other thing in here too, but the gain reduction, really, I want the needle to be like just following the way that the drum hits. So like just bouncing when the drum hits, bouncing back, kind of like just following the rhythm of the track. I had to set the release manually to kind of work with what it sounded right to me. These presets are not set to this track, they're just set presets. So you work with what you have. I probably would use this maybe a 4:1 ratio. So I'll just type in 4 and see how we go with that. And the attack, maybe not so much as fast as an attack because you don't want to cut the transients too much when you're working with it. But just looking at the meters, watching what they do, also checking out these meters here to see where my dynamics are at and things like that. But it's kind of useful to have. Now, transients, it's removing a fair bit of my transient information, which not sure how I like that or not, because if I was to bypass, we'll have a listen, but let's check it out.
About me, it's about the way I wait, cause I'm trusting everything that I hear you do. I'm exploding with these feelings cause you made me know this perspective, yeah, I feel, yeah, I really do. Caught this time with these problems, yeah, you know I do. I know I had these problems, but I'm working on them. I'm sitting alone cause I need you. I know that you know the way, but I'm blind. I seen it, but I know I see it in your time. Now I got the feeling where you won't go, but it ain't the same anymore. About me, it's about the way I wait, cause I'm trusting everything that I hear you do. I'm exploding with these feelings cause you made me know this perspective, yeah, I feel, yeah, I really do. Caught this time with these problems, yeah, you know I do. I had these problems, but I'm working on them. I know I'm sitting alone cause I need you. I know that you know the way, but I'm blind. I see everything that I hear you do. I'm exploding with these feelings cause you made me know this perspective, yeah, I feel, yeah, I really do. Caught this time with these problems, yeah, you know I do. I know I had these problems, but I'm working on them. I know I'm sitting alone cause I need you. I know that you know the way, but I'm blind. I seen it, but I know I see it in your time.
So as you can see here, I was getting -5 dB of reduction, which is pretty significant. And considering I'm doing that and it's not sounding like it's distorting too much, or if any, I'm pretty happy with that fact. There would be some harmonic distortion there. I just don't really think it's affecting the track too negatively. So let's see what this constant gain monitoring sounds like without this on there. Let's play.
About me, it's about the way I wait, cause I'm trusting everything that I hear you do. I'm exploding with these feelings cause you made me know this perspective, yeah, I feel, yeah, I really do. Caught this time with these problems, yeah, you know I do. I know I had these problems, but I'm working on them. I know I'm sitting alone cause I need you. I know that you know the way, but I'm blind. I seen it, but I know.
I actually think that's really crazy. I just put that back on just to see how hard I could push the limiter. And it just sounds like it's just pushing it more and more without really distorting harmonically, at least. I mean, there is distortion, there's no doubt, but I'm just surprised by how much that can do that. So if you want to check this out, you can find it on Slate Digital's website, and I'm sure I'll put links in the description as well so you can check it out for yourself. But it really does have some good features and functions on here. I think it's a good limiter. It's worthwhile checking it out. Does it replace everything I have? I mean, Ozone is still good. I still love it, and I've got other limiters as well, but definitely a contender for a limiter if you don't have one already or if you're in the market for one. So check it out. Worthwhile. Catch you on the next one. Peace out.
Right now, does it really mean that's what I gotta give up? Hey, count it as a loss, so you knew this was a cause for